tonight, keep holding my hand. I know this ain't love, but let me stay the night. I said let me stay a while. 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 I said let me stay a while.
Hello everyone, how are you? How are you? How are you? Yeah. So you guys know that we did a live stream back then and where we like really talked about how things will go along in this process and how like I will first make the whole template by my own, like how I'm designing my life, and once it is done I will show you guys each and every element, like how I designed, why I designed that, why those particular features are in it. And so that's what we are gonna do today. I have completed the whole template and today I'm gonna show you guys before filling in the details, because once I have filled in the details I can show you guys the whole template. So I'm gonna today show you guys the whole template, like how I really build this up. uh, yeah, how I really like build this up and how this really got into the process and how each and every element is relatable to the other element, how I did the pages, how I did the tables, how I made a single to-do master list and created each and every, I can say, each and every relational databases to it. And yeah, whosoever is watching this live stream, do like it, do subscribe to the channel, and yeah, obviously say hi when you want to say it. Yeah, so let's just go into the process by main video. Yeah, so you guys basically can see this whole thing that I made. It's like very big, so stay along. Let me tell you sorry, let me tell you, I have three silos of my life, or the areas of my life, like I talked about in the last video. One is career, one is just for me, and the other one is personal brand. Actually there was one more, like college one. I was having them separately, but I thought let's not make more things because that might be very confusing as well as not at all time efficient. So I made a little. Hi Shivam, how are you? How are you? I really hope like you are good. And yeah, welcome to the live stream, brother. So basically what we're gonna do over here, I'm gonna go to each and every one, and obviously I'm going to go through the dashboard and the each and every pages that you can see. Like once I open this, you can see like there are a ton of pages. We are gonna each and every one, but later on what I'm gonna do for just you public, I'm going to, because a lot of people who might watch this later on might not watch this whole 1 hour live stream, but they really want to know about different elements that I used in this live stream. So what this basically will be done is that what this basically will be done that this UX designing and like the career thing, the personal branding thing. So for example, later on I will divide it into three different parts: one for the personal branding thing, one for just for me part, and one for career part, because I think later on people will might really want to know about these things, and yeah, that might be benefit for them. So once we just get into this, you can see firstly there's a dashboard. Each and every one will have a dashboard where they can really find once one more thing, just before starting, that a lot of people might not know that what I'm doing over here. Basically in the last live stream I basically designed the whole thing, the whole live structure. Started like give a basic intro about Notion. What is Notion? Notion is basically an app, an all-in-one workspace where you can organize your life and do each and everything that you want to do. But right now what we're gonna do over here is like I have designed my structure according to my need, my whole live stream, and yeah, I will definitely go over to different aspects of it in later form. But right now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna let you know guys like how I designed this thing. So basically this is a basic page of dashboard, and you can see there's an icon of rocket that I chose, a different background which I downloaded from online and used it, and you can add comments like these things I have shown you in the last video. I don't think I really would want to show you today. What are these things? I don't want it. Nothing. Okay, it doesn't go away. So basically these are the things that you can really do. So basically first I made a dashboard where I make a quick note thing. Now you will ask, well, why is this? I will try to explain why I have each and every element. Quick note thing is basically let's just go into the gallery view. I like the gallery view much better. So basically, once I get into Notion, I will always see this dashboard, and you see this quick thing. This quick note thing is basically for, like, for example, I have a basically general idea, and I want to have it over here. So we'll just click new. This is create a page. I will just add the idea like new Notion live. New Notion live. I will go to tags. I will say this is just a general idea, or this is the idea for my. I will just add this as a general idea. Okay, and then I can like add more details. If I have some links, I will add some links, or if I have anything else, I can add anything else. For example, links can be added by being @ and yeah, link. If you really don't want to do it, then just slash, and just don't even slash, just write it over here, whatever link you want to go, and just it will convert it into link. And what you can do much more things, you can have a comment, you can add more properties, whatever you want to do, and it is over there. So now the idea is over there, and once I get into this, I see that this is the idea and I want to work on it. So what I can do, I can just like drag it over here and just start working on it on the task board of to-do list. So that basically is the structure for why I have to quick notes. And now people might be asking, how did you build it? So let's just go into this quick note thing. Quick note thing is just basically a single page, and this is basically a single database for it, where you can see I have added this gallery view where people can just add their things over by clicking over plus, and they can add this thing. This button is acting as making new pages. Okay, so that's basically how quick note is made. And quick note is actually, quick note is a database which is in a quick note thing. You got that gist, right? So let's just go into dashboard again. Now you see this is a quick note. You have two views, but I don't generally use table view. I always use the gallery view because that's much more benefit. And guys, you can just comment down if you have any doubt, if you have anything doubt related to designing or anything, or just basic thing, how it's working and everything. Then you can see this trigger list. Trigger list is basically a list for general things, like if I have something to buy, I don't know when to buy, but I know that this is a thing that is in demand of my process and I really want to buy it, so I will just write it in. You can see I will open, this is just a page, single page, no background. This is just a simple page, like a people I admire, people to contact, the tools that I use, the topics and word is basically for me. For example, what really happens in my scenarios, right? A lot of times I think about different words or different topics that I really want to know about, like Hindi mythology, Phoenix, Greek mythology, Zeus. Zeus is the word, Zeus is a god, names in Greek mythology, and a different word, like it can be affinity mapping in UX designing, it can be some kind of programming language, it can be anything that I want. It can be a tool, just a tool. Just say today I got to know about a tool called Codex something, and in which we can really make apps, iOS apps, by just dragging and dropping. So that's really creative. So that's what basically is all about that. And you can see I can add it over here and do this thing. So that's just happening. I will just delete this up, and yeah, you can just add that up over here, and I can search it out for later things. So let's go to backlink. Yep, dashboard, thank you. Now you can see why I have a trigger list over here. This is just a page, like a scope, like sorry, a page, and you will just create like that, nothing much. Then this is a brain dump. Basically, sometimes what happens, a lot of creative ideas are coming in my mind, but I don't know where to write it. Sometimes I just get confused because of this whole thing organized. I get a lot of time confused, like what I really want to do. So I just go over there, and once it is loaded, obviously I will just write my idea, new idea in the brain dump. brain dump what? Sorry. My spelling is really wrong. But yeah, new idea in the brain dump, I can just add it and just delete it. So that's how this brain dump thing is that's how the brain dump thing is working. You get that gist. Then sometime what happen, I am doing a lot of marketing and branding ideas for my personal brand. So sometime what happens, I just don't want it in the separate personal branding folder that I have here. I want it in a folder that is quickly accessible to me. So once I open this Notion, I will always have this dashboard in front of me, and I just really want to go into this marketing folder. I will just write, first let's edit this up a little bit. Yeah, then I will just write a new idea, like new idea about branding. And if I want to add different images as well, I can just drag and drop images separately and just do it. That's not going to be big of a deal, and I can really do it easily. So that's how this marketing and branding page is working right now. uh, but you got the gist, like how this is working and how this will go in a later run. Yeah. The next thing is basically about, just give me a second, I will just uh, follow this follow the link of the live stream to different pages that might be benefit for a lot of other people as well. uh, mm, let's just give someone who will be really interested in these things and might also want to get into this. Let's just give them the link, and they might, if they might be interested, they can come. Yep. And yeah. Yeah, so that's basically what we did. And now I'm going to go through the other things that I have designed. So you see this to-do list. I think before explaining this to-do list, I should go to the master to-do list. Okay, this is a big one. This is the most important part of the whole uh, Notion life management thing. So you see this whole to-do list. Basically, this is a page, and then I have a database on it. This is called to-do, and this is a database. Yeah. So basically, how this to-do list works is that I have different criterias over here, and I can really separate out my task. Like whatever task or whatever thing I can have it over here. I can have it over here. For example, I click like about a new task, right? And one more thing, like okay, one more thing, I have filters and sort to sort it out in ascending and descending order according to my criteria, according to my status, according to my priority, and different things. Cellos, I told you about the cellos are basically the areas of my life. I will click it over. I have different areas: career, personal branding, UX designing, internship, job, international opportunities, career, freelance. There's one organization that I'm connected to. I'm the vice president of the organization. There's YouTube, there's Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, podcast, and different things that I can work on. I will just say this is something for my Instagram. I will the status. What's the status? This should, when it should be done. It should be. I have different criteria. It should be done by this week. Then what's the priority? I think it's like around two. It's like two booms. I have like different. This is like very urgent. This is urgent. This is medium. This is very low. Then what's the due date? I told this week. So this week is, I can say, Sunday. Okay. The criteria was Sunday. And now the created is basically, like for example, this is a task for new for the Instagram. So what would be in the Instagram? I would have to make a story, or I would have to make anything else. So that's basically is for creative. Like have I made it, or haven't I made it? Like what's the criteria? So I added a new task, and I can add new task, or like about new task 2, and this might be a task for my you can say for my UX designing thing. This, it should be done by this month. Its priority is like very low. It's like around, there's no due date for this. I can just leave that part, and yeah, it's done. I have designed in one more task. So how this, now I'm just trying to show you guys, I have designed two tasks in it, and they are from different silos of my, I'm very sorry, these are from different silos of my life. And you can just go into this dashboard. You can see these tasks over here. So see, I have one task in new month and one task in this month, you can see, and the tag of this task is also written over here. So for example, if I want to manage these tasks, I can just, for example, this task has now moved from new week to tomorrow. I will just move it over here, and it will be also implemented over here as well. So this is how the database and the relational databases work in this Notion. Like once you have edited one thing in this one platform, like for example, you have editing in you can say dashboard, so it might be affected in the other areas of the whole system that I have designed. So that's really cool about it. And you can say this task has moved to this week, so you can just edit it up, and it will be shown in this main to-do list as well. Like these are all relational. You can edit them from anywhere you want. Now basically, let's go to the other things. Like I will show you how they are also divided in separate areas. Now I have divided silos and areas of my life over here in the dashboard itself, and I have designed it different pages for each and every setup, or each and every type of my life. So let's go one by one into these things. First is basically career. This is a divider that I have used to divide that thing. That's basically it. This is the first is a career. You can see this is the UX designing part. Like I am a budding UX designer. I have done few internship, but I'm still learning at a creative phase. So UX designing is a basic thing to learn UX designing articles and each and everything that I can think of. I will just go into UX designing now. What's in the UX designing part? The UX designing part, like you can see, I have a different background research one. I have a little color palette to explain like this is a UX designing thing, and you guys can really watch it up. Then you can see in the later term as well, I have the main this one, this to-do list over here as well. So these are the databases, oh sorry, these are the databases how I am trying to manage these up. These are all relatable to over here. So see, over to UX designing, there is no filter, so I have to add a filter. That's my fault, I'm really sorry. So I have to add a filter about my cello, that if the cello is UX designing, I really want it over here. So now you can see, if the cello is UX designing, I have it over here. So you can see that how this is working and how I can really go around the cello part. Now this is working one. Yeah, I just had to do a little bit over here and there. Yeah, so that's how this now see, I had a UX designing cello task over here, and it is also implemented over here. So once I go into UX designing thing, I can see the task that I have, and along with that, this is learning is basically if I want to do a course, if I want to do an article, if I want to do something else, if I want to do a redesigning project, I can just add it over here, and I can, this is just basically for learning things, like I can add whatever I want to learn from online. This is basically inspiration thing. This is just if there is any inspiration, if there is anything else, I think I might add one more thing over here right now in front of you guys. That is basically uh, personal projects. Okay, because a lot of projects will be there, and how I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna basically design a this thing. What's happening in this is basically designing new pages, and I'm gonna do that only. Let's just have first a divider, and then now let's have a gallery inline view. Like how that works, I really don't know. Okay, no, let's just have a button. Okay, let's just have a button. What that button does is basically uh, add new project. I will just add new project, and what I would do want that button to do, I want that button to design a page. Like that's how it can design, and you can see this is a new. Okay, uh, where did it go? Like how this is working. Let's just see how it is working. This is a button. I think this is in the gallery view or something like that. Like how it is working. I can add different view. These are the databases. Okay, so I have to design a new database. So firstly I will delete this, I will delete this, I will delete this as well. Now basically what I will do, sorry, I will add a gallery inline database. Why I will add that? Because I want the same thing as a learning thing. So you can see first level delete this projects, and first level right, personal projects. Okay, and then I will add this up to what I can do. Actually, I will have one over there, but I will later on shift it to my portfolio thing, because I really want these to be in the portfolio at the end. But until these are finished at all, I will work on this over here. So let's just change some things. Let's just go into property. I will go into small. What I can do, I can go into medium, and no, I just want a page cover to be seen over here. I want the tags to be seen over here. Now let's just go to this edit properties, tags. I can add tags like app design. Okay, communication design. So I can add different criteria over here for which I'm designing, and this can work as well. And this I want to do for motion design. Okay, so I can add different tags as well. I can just work on it, and I can later on work on it more deeply. Like once I'm designing the project, I can have different tags, different criteria, and that's basically I designed a basic criteria. Like I wanted to have different projects over here. I wanted to have inspiration. I can have inspirations over here. Inspiration like can be different projects, can be anything. So these are basic things that I really wanted to have over here, and you got the UX designing part as well. Now let's get into the internship part. Internship is because like I'm a student, I'm still learning, I'm still in the learning phase, so I'm still trying my best to get opportunities as much as possible, and I'm trying to get as much as uh, like people that can be over here and learn about these things, so I can be in getting internship and jobs or finding as much as possible. So basically there is a to-do list, and obviously in the master to-do list you can see only over here. Yes, once I added it, it already have this particular thing, and once I add something else I can add something else, but I can't delete this because once I delete this task won't be for this internship and job process. One thing that we left in this UX designing part is that we've added a filter of that, but we didn't sort it. So let's just sort it out. What I wanted to add, I have three different criteria for sorting. First, the status, like when it's going to be due, today, next week, this week, how. And the second is the due date. Sorry, the second is the due date, and the third is the priority only. So I will just get it over. Yeah, so that's how we sorted it. Let's go into again into international job. This is basically the task, and so once I get into this I will add it into master business, and this is the main one more database that I made over here to differentiate more deeply into the particular aspects of internship and jobs, like what's the company, what's the job title, what's the description, or what's the deliverable that I have to give, what's the deadline to apply, what's the link, there's anything else, I think the cello has been, let's just see. I think the cello has been an extra part, but yeah, you got the gist. Delete this up. Yeah, so that's the basic criteria, like how internship and sorry, internship and job is gonna work. Now let's go into the other thing, that is college work. College work is not gonna be a big deal. College work is just basically to differentiate between these things. I can add one more thing. I don't think I need it, to be honest. I don't think that I need it. Let's just add one more page. Name books slash uh, resources to learn, and I can add different subjects over here. Let's just add one element relatable to study. Where's that element? Where? Yeah, yeah, you got this. Like I added this one, so like books and this to learn. So yeah, I can add it over here. I have the total list over, and that's basically it. Now let's go into the next one, that is international opportunities. So for example, I want to get some international opportunity, I want to go abroad to do some internship or something else, so I can do that over here, like I can manage it over here. Firstly, I will always add it in the task, then I can differentiate differently from over here. I can add more deeply. For example, there's a task I want to research on it, and I want to make there's a particular task in it, I want to write statement of purpose and different things, so I can add one page about that, rename it to that particular thing, and I can just add more things. So that's basically what's gonna happen the later down. Now let's go into the other thing, that is freelancing. So a lot of once I'm getting into this, there can be a lot of time when I will get a lot of freelancing project or some business deals to, for example, make a whole something whatever you can assume, for a UX designer, for a motion graphic designer, for whatever you think I am. So basically these things really matter. And then there are some active projects that I have. You can have it, like this is just a rough thing, but there's an Archie project. Once the project is done, I still want the whole thing for it, because I can use that in the later term in my portfolio, or in once I'm trying to submit anything, I can just share that page to someone else. And this is basically a to do to maintain, like which task or which is there in the project, and how when I should do it and stuff. Everything is filtered and sorted separately as well. Just have that reminder that you can see over the here is filter will be freelancing and business. Yeah. The last and the final thing in the career thing is the inactive and with the organization I'm linked to. There can be ideas, there can be organization or project that I'm going to link to, or I want to organize. And there's obviously the main to-do list, which contains all the tasks and things that I have to do in this organization. So I basically designed this whole thing for that. So there can be more things that I can add later on in this process, but these are the basic things that you can do in terms of if you are connected to some other organization. So that was basically it for the career part of my career area of my life, and that kind of gives you the gist of how this career area of my life will work and can be implemented. Mm, Now we will talk about like the personal branding area of my life, and how anyone can using Notion can design their own personal branding thing. Sorry, now we are going to talk about the personal branding thing and how anyone can do or conceptualize their maintenance or organization of their personal branding. So basically, let's going into it. You can see I have different criteria in personal branding: YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, Pinterest, and blog. Why Pinterest and blog are connected is because Pinterest, basically, once you write a blog, Pinterest is the basic platform that you can promote it at a larger scale. So that's kind of my criteria. But yeah, there's a personal website, there's a podcast. uh, so you can see there's a separate personal branding thing which is not connected to over here. It's because I have everything over here, like the personal branding, like the Abhay Chopra. This these are just what I love. What is my, let's just get over here. Yeah, what I am about, what is my brand about. I have to write a statement over here, what is my brand is about. There's a brand keywords that I wanted to write over here. This can be a toggle list, like what is my brand about, like keywords. And like you guys know, be about a UX designer, can be about a productivity expert, can be about a gamer, can be about an all-in-one person. So I want to write those keywords over here, so once I design my whole brand, I should be relatable to that. There are resources that I will use in this process. Then these are two pages, and this is a main page for whole thing. This is basically a page where I have my mission, where I will have my mission statement, my platforms, which platform is basically what I want, the like which platform is basically for that, and what I really want that in the platform. The other thing is the formats. Other thing is the formats, like how I really want this to go. Let's just, like how I really want this to go, how I really want the formats to go along, and that's basically it. Now there's an issue, like this is working under this. I don't want this to work on this. I want it separately. You know. Let's just think if it why if it works. Yeah, it works. Yep, now it's done. I was like so frustrating. I was so frustrated by this, like how I could do it. Wow, it's done like within a gist. Nice. So yeah, you got that gist, like how you can do it. Like I have different platforms, you can have different formats. So you can design, like can be a story, can be a post, can be a YouTube video, can be a short video, can be a different type of format that you want your content to be designed in. Yeah, then I have these four formats, and which platform is designated for which intention. I want to write it over here, and that's basically it. And now for generating leads, for which I'm generating leads and how I can do it, I will write it over here. These are the basic things for creating customers, for creating following. Let's just bold it out. You can get the gist, like what I really want this branding proposition to have. Then the other thing that this is basically resources. You can add resources over here. That's not a big deal. This is a basically branding thing, like what my logo. I will add pictures over here. What my logo is designed about. What my font I use. What are the schemes that I use and stuff. This is a basically content calendar. This is basically the same to-do list, just customizable to personal brand, and obviously their views. And this is basically the mood board of my whole branding system, like how which articles or which things that I follow about in this process, and that's really important. Let's just get this was the personal branding that I told you about, but I haven't got into, like, these are the separate pages about different platforms or different things that I work upon. You can see once I go into YouTube, I will have Abhay Chopra Gadget Gaming. I have two channels. Then I can have YouTube. Then there's a resources page. There's a YouTube sponsors page if I ever get one, because I haven't on around, like I'm on around what 260 or 250 subscribers. I don't think anyone would get about that. There's some brainstorming pages. I can brainstorm about more ideas. You can see brainstorming, I have idea, scripting and brainstorming, shoot it, editing in process, published. Like this is basically the process. I think I might rename this page, and this is basically the content ideas. The unscheduled content ideas are the ideas that are unplanned, and these are the ideas which have been done and achieved. These are the whole list of the ideas. I think this is basically YouTube, but you got the gist, like how it's gonna happen. I think I might change this up. I don't know. Planning. Uh, yeah. Let's just get into. Sorry, I just got into that process. Yeah, but I can rename it. I think I want to rename it to planning. Okay, so once it's just into planning, you can see the whole planning process, and until and then it's published. So you got that gist. Like you can have that, and you can have this different criteria in this. And I designed this basic cover and this logo and everything. Yeah, so you got the gist. The next is Instagram. Like you get the gist. One more thing that I did wrong over here is that once I got into master list, the cello should also be in the personal brand, and that should also be in the career. I have to have two cellos. Yeah. Let's just add Insta. Yeah. Oh, can't I have two cellos? I can't have two cellos. That's the basic thing. Hmm. So the base multi-select. Let's just get into multi-select. Can we still do that? Yes, we can. That's what I wanted to do. See, that's how we still learn about how we do it. We can just go into it. I'm going to personal branding as well. I can go into career and I'll go into UX designing as well. So I have multi-selects over there. That works fine. So let's just get into back into Instagram, and you saw that's once I get into Instagram, this is the purpose of my Instagram. What's the purpose of my Instagram? Ideas which I can take from different fellow creators which are on Instagram, and I really want those things to work as well. So people would learn about how I design, and how I can learn from other people how to design these things. This is basically a mood board that I designed for my basic thinking. I want my things to be very minimal, so I designed like a minimal whole thing background. There's a full background like you can see over here, but you can see it in the phone. This is basically purpose. This is basically inspiration and idea which I can get from different things, and basically this is basically like you can see. I will let me just add one. So once I get into this, you can see I will get the feel of how things or different things work. Like I can design, like for example, there's a thing, there's a uh, sorry, there's a particular thing that's coming up about a page or something. So I can go over here and design to it. I think the one thing that I have left over here, and that is very important, is one more thing. Let's just do one more thing. I think I should just do the to-do list, because I think I haven't added the to-do list over here and I really want to add it. I don't know what I thought before not adding it. I really want to have it. To-do list. Yeah, obviously you can see it's like very roughed up. I have to have filters. I have to have filters like cellos. I want cello to be just Instagram. Yeah, if that is Instagram, that works. Let's just take these up. Done should be in the first. What's wrong in this? Status, priority, due date, created. Yeah, you got the gist. I will have the to-do list as now I want this database to be up over here. Yeah, nice. Now I will have the to-do list over here, and I can design this different thing, or by designing these different pages and working on separately on different ideas. You got the gist. So that's basically how I design my Instagram thing. Then let's go into the other thing, that is LinkedIn. LinkedIn is basically very rough. I have written the purpose. I have this whole thing about list of content to write. Like what's in the ideation phase, what's in the progress phase, what's in the complete phase, what's in the publish phase. There's one more thing that I left over here. That is the same thing. That is adding the database. I want to add a database, and first let's separate it out, and let's just add a filter. One more thing that I left in the earlier one is that I didn't add a sorting thing. We will add it later on, but yes, I got the gist. Yeah, LinkedIn. Yeah, you get the gist, like how I added this thing in this process, and you can do the same as well. Let's just create this up. Let's just get this up first. Then let's go into priority, due date, created or not. I don't want to calculate anything. Okay. Oh, I added a task which I never want to add. But I get the gist. Once later, yeah, you can add, like I will have the task. Once I have the task, I can just take away over here, which is an ideation process, in progress, complete, and everything like that. There are different things over here. You can see properties. I have due date properties and a lot of other things. That will work really fine. So let's just get into Twitter. Twitter is nothing. Twitter, I just have inspiration because I'm still really new to Twitter. I'm still learning, so I'll add just content what I can publish, and whenever I get the idea, I can publish it later on. Not a big deal. Then let's go into Pinterest and blog. Similar process, ideas and inspiration, the content to write. I think I have a. I will also add a to list over here. I didn't added it over to the Twitter page because I still don't think how I'm gonna go around that. I'm still in the ideation process of that, so I'm just being cautious about these things in this process. Uh, let's just what we should do. Uh, Firstly, we should add a filter. Let's just add a filter that is cello contains Pinterest plus blogs. Yeah, and that's basically it. Like, I can add the filter. I can add different things over here, like sorting and stuff later on. Let's just add it. To be honest, I don't think I can do it later on, but yeah, you got the gist. Like, we can just add it, status, due date, and priority. You got the gist. Yeah. Then I will just shift it over here and work around it. Yep. Then the other thing is personal website. Personal website has been left. This is just a mood board. This is just an inspiration, which are really I don't know how it's gonna go. So I think there are a lot of elements that are gonna come over here. I don't know how. I think I might add a Figma embedded because I will make the design first in Figma. This is a podcast, this list of speakers, the invitation for speakers and other content, the resources that I can use, the thing. I can add things over here. Basically, I didn't added separate to-do list over to these things, I think, because I thought that once I have the main to-do list, I will get the task from over there and do these things. But I really didn't thought like I could have been over in the process. Like, I have to design the things in a form that they have to be separated out later on. But yeah, it's fine. Like, we can work around it. It's not a big task. Let's just go into what should I go into? Filter. Add filter. Cellos. I will go to cellos. Cellos contains, what is it? Podcast. Do we have podcasts? Yes, we have podcasts. And yeah, that's basically it. Let's just add to sorting, status, due date, and priority. Yeah, you got the gist. We added the separators and separately let's go progress and complete. Nice. I think I haven't added in the Twitter. I think I should add it in Twitter as well. I really don't know why I'm doing this. I really don't know. But let's just see, because I think this might be really benefit. Because the thing is, once content is being made on a single platform, it might be made on different other platforms as well. So I don't know how it's gonna go, how the process is gonna go. This is the first time for me using Notion as a full-fledged life planner in my life. I think it might be a really interesting journey. I don't know how it's gonna go. It can be different. It can be tough. I don't know. I just wanted to take it. I have Twitter as well. This is as sorting as well, because I don't want to take this task later on, because I just want to start using it, and I will add like a video around a 1 month after, like what's a 1 month of Notion use. Like, is it good? Is it bad? Like, how it's gonna go? Let's just see. Like, I've added it. Thank you. Sorry, I'm doing these things on. Yeah, so we have completed the personal branding thing. I hope you get this, just like how you can make a personal branding thing of your own and different terms. A lot of you can take the ideas from my inspiration, like how I did. I also took the ideas from different YouTubers which posted a video about different ideation of this process. The next setting we were gonna go to, just for me, I think I'm not gonna go into different aspects. I will like go where I don't think there's a big thing. Just for me, firstly, is a vision board for my life. This is a particular vision board that I have designed: love, positivity, confidence, and focus. This is a whole thing I have designed by my own. I will just basically add more vision board according to my, I think, years, and it can be about months if I have time to design it. It might be about that. And that was basically about vision board. Reading list is basically from the quick note thing, because the reading list can be an article, reading list can be a book, reading list can be anything. So I just wanted to have it separately, because you can see there's a filter called reading in to-do list, in quick list, quick notes. So I can just do that. There's a movie and serial. This is the main thing. I already have a movie and series list in different things. by in on a different separate Word document on Google, but I wanted to have it over here because I always rate my movies on different plot, spacing, and aesthetic. So yeah, there's a lot of code over going over here. For example, according to code, the stars will also be given stuff. Like for example, let me see. I will add 20. Uh, I will add 50, and I will add. I think the code is wrong because this is not working. You see, once it is if prop aggregate percentage is greater than 0.2% over there. Okay, let's just see how this works. Let's just take it to 60. See, so I think the point is referring it wrong. Now you get the gist. Like, see, once the point has been removed, it is working fine. These are the formulas you can learn it later on. You can, if you want to copy, you can copy it from over here as well. You can see this particular thing and you can just add it on. You can copy it as well. Yeah, but you get the gist, like how it's gonna work. Yeah, lid is, yeah, but you get the gist. Like I'm gonna add things and I'm gonna rate it over here as well. And there's gonna be comments and stuff, and there's gonna be venue, whatever venue is Netflix, Amazon Prime, Disney Hotstar website. There's some random website I'm watching on, and there's a movie theater. So yeah, this is a whole thing that I designed and everything. Yeah, but actually I did it from an online template. But yeah, this is a goal thing. How this is working. This is a particular design that is particular background that I chose. My goals and milestones are divided by to do, doing, done, and are also divided by due date. Due date is Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, and life. There can be some goals that are for just for life, and you have to do it all the time. So these are just for that, and these are for the whole year. So that was, I didn't want it to for a 5-year whole plan, so it might be tough. I designed that before, and it didn't work for me. This is just a dream folder. Let me tell you how this one. No, not a log. Yeah. So let me tell you how it's going to work. This is a dream folder that I designed before. This is a dream piece, and I have a Google sheet in which I add my dreams separately and add some vision board for that as well. So just basically I'm going to separate that from here, from the sheet. I'm going to go to different pages and I'm going to add it over here. I'm going to add links to the websites that I can use once I'm trying to achieve that dream or live that dream, and I can add the name and I can add different tags and everything. This is a traveling dream. This is a fitness dream. This is what kind of dream. Yep. Then let's go to some other things that are relationship journal. I can have relationship journals, like what's the theme of this relationship journal. There's can be cute pictures and poems. There can be movements. There can be weekly journals and stuff. If someone is having girlfriend, I don't have, but I designed it because I think a lot of people in this community might have, and they just wanted to have it separately. This is a daily journal. You want to do it, or you can do it my daily journal, the Abhay Chopra. I can do it on my own. This I basically I won't do the daily journal. You can write it personal journal. So I won't do the daily journal. I will do the weekly journal. I can have capturing moments and stuff. Yeah. So basically, you got the gist how I did the just for me part, and you got the gist of all of that. I think just the only thing that is left is the portfolio. As I'm a UX designer, I have to have a portfolio. So I'm going to design a basic portfolio in this, which I can share to anyone that want to have it. Notion is a great platform from which you can share your case studies and portfolios. But yeah, definitely I'm gonna have to work for this. Is empty, wholly empty. I have to do it on from the scratch. These will be the introduction parts. These will be the different projects that I have done, case studies and stuff. So yeah, that was basically it, guys. That was basically my Notion thing. How I did it, how anyone else can do it, and how if there's any problem that you have in this whole process, you can just like watch this over, and you can watch it later on as well. Not gonna be big of a deal. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it, guys. Yeah, guys, I think that's gonna be it for this video. You got the gist, and I will definitely separate this out for different things, and anyone can watch that later as well. So thanks a lot for watching, and if you are new, subscribe to the channel. If you haven't liked the video, do like the video, and that kind of supports my channel as well. Bye bye, peace out.
They say history is written by the victor, so I don't mind playing the villain. Got a pretty girl to the throne. 'Cause the memories come and I can't even run. I gotta win this just to prove to me I can. I'll divide and I will conquer. I will battle like a warrior. If I'm dying, getting stronger. I'll divide and I will conquer. You're like all I ever wanted, but couldn't afford. I know you like feeling haunted. What a pretty girl leave you